believe the new Spalding's catalog will be out soon. I love it. Come on! Whoa!
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. I said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Come on, boy.
Come on.
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
How are you, Miss McFarland?
Easy now.
Go!
Keep going, Mr. Austin!
Let's go! Slow down!
Nearly there! He's just showing
Now
off
we need to
now.
move this entire herd out to the far pastures for grazing.
Whoa, Annabelle, whoa!
I wouldn't say you're a natural herder.
Let's move here, my four-legged friends!
Whoa!
Yeah! Let's go!
You're not much good at this, are you? Keep your eye on the herd. You're doing well. Easy now. Stick with it, Mr. Marston. You're getting there.
Slow it up now.
Try to keep it together. We're gonna lose the herd if you don't keep it together.
Let's go! Whoa! Slow up! Come on!
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Yeah! Easy. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
Ah, since you're here, you want to make yourself useful?
Not particularly.
Listen, son, I know you got a mission, but right now I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women. Women folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a posse gathering up near Ridgewood. Will you ride with us?
All right.
Thank you, John Marston. It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind, sir.
Hey, wait up!
Why me?
All right, let's go. Stay together. Marston, I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people. It's a medical breakthrough from the East, the result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. Times is changing fast.
He's no more a scientist than I am a priest. But people can spend their hard-earned money however they please.
He's certainly a character, that West Dickens.
I can't understand a goddamn word he said.
A more flannel-mouthed bunko artist I've never met.
Hey, Marshal, see those vultures?
We should check it out. Marston, Eli, go see what it is.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal! Man, this don't look too good.
Somebody was so busy killing people, they went and dropped their gun. Let's go!
We'll head for Ridgewood Farm. See if they know anything.
What kind of man does that?
A bunch of weak men. A pack of cowards is the most dangerous kind.
Some men are just born plain evil.
I think it's this land that makes the men, as much as the other way around. Men are born, and then they're formed. At least that's how I see it.
More vultures? This don't look so good.
We best take a look, boys.
Man, more dead bodies. And the fire's still smoking. Those scumbags must still be around.
Come on! Their trail leads to Ridgewood Farm. Come on, let's hurry.
Sons of bitches! Come on!
Place looks deserted. Where is everyone? Split up and search the area. John, you check the buildings in the barn.
Shed's clear, Marshal! Here! No one here!
That ain't right. No one would board up a barn like this. Come on, John. Shoot that door open.
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
Please, please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
This has gone far enough. Get into that house and smoke those sons of bitches.
I'll bang you all down! Run away, pal!
Oh my good God.
Someone might as well have this.
For Christ's sake. Follow me!
Are you kidding? You and me gonna have ourselves some fun.
Let's get it done.
Can make a run for the shed.
Hellfire.
Keep your head down.
Oh, thank God.
You know you're gonna die, right? gonna be all right. Head for the shed in the back as soon as it looks clear.
They did unspeakable things to me.
Look like that's all of them. Let's see how the hostages are doing.
Some folk tried escaping to the south, but then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal. You folk ain't men. You ain't nothing. You're just a man on a government payroll taking money that the rest of us have to pay for with our lives. Yeah. What is wrong with this country?
Shut up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
It ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives, people's homes.
Let's go! Get on your horse, boy! Hurry, boys. Let's get after him.
Let's go!
What's your beef with Williamson anyway, Marston?
Let's just say he's the currency in a complicated transaction.
What the hell you talking about?
Some people I have the displeasure of knowing want him dead.
Why does that involve you?
We used to run in a gang together. It was once like family.
If this is how you treat your family, I'd hate to see what you do to your enemies.
Yeah. Go!
Wait, who's that up there?
You just walk away now, John. I didn't kill you before, but I sure as shit will now.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't want to kill you, but I will.
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John. Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch. I guess he was about right. Get him, boys! Everybody, take cover! In that shed!
Follow me. You kill me.
We'll make our stand here. Stay in cover and watch your head.
Fred!
My God. I'm hit, boys. Hold it firm, boys.
Who else wants some?
Christ alive. Horse, come back. There's too many to fight in the open.
Don't test me now!
Look out. Here comes some more of them bastards.
Let's see what you got. Pleasure doing business with you, boys.
Hey, look what I got here. There's something that you're still breathing. Come here, boy. Come on, Bessie. Give. Oh.
Norman Deek.
Fuck!
Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for your help, John. Norman here is going to help us get to Bill. Ain't you, Norman?
Thank you, Mr. Dick. Mighty kind.
Fuck you!
Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
How y'all doing? Whoa there!
And I can tell you with no uncertainty that miracle cures are no laughing matter. I bid you good day, sir. Oh, Mr. Marston, good to see you. How have you been keeping?
I'm well, Mr.
Mr. West Dickens. Nigel West Dickens of East Cheap, London, New Waverly, New York, and Armadillo, New Austin. At your service.
At my service.
At everyone's service. At the service of science, of knowledge, of life.
How are your wounds?
Much, much better. But then they would be.
Would be...
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
Ah, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure for just $2 an ounce, I could live forever.
Oh, but for you, sir, I'd do a bulk discount rate of $1.95 an ounce, as long as you buy 100 ounces or more. That's a lot of immortality.
Give it up, old man.
That's Mr. West Dickens to you, boy.
Give it up, old man.
Listen, Marston, I'm broke, but this stuff is good. It works. I need a healthy young man like you. Come along, let's ride over to my newest customer at Ridgewood, and I'll explain while we go.
Okay.
All right, John, let us make haste for Ridgewood Farm. We'll have nothing left by the time we get to Ridgewood.
I heard about you, Mr. West Dickens.
For the love of God, try to stay on the road. And I about you, John Marston.
Hoodwinking the weak, gullible out of their hard-earned money.
My dear boy, it is you who is gullible, if I may be so bold, for heeding such ill-informed scuttlebutt.
You're as full of wind as a horse with the colic.
I have been blessed with the gift of language, and for that I will not apologize. But the West Dickens elixirs speak for themselves. If my tonic is such a sham, how do you explain the fine fettle in which you find me? Last time you saw me, I was knocking at death's door.
You should thank the doctor for that. I reckon you were acting it up worse than it was.
Act I can, John. A more convincing Othello there has never been. And so shall you, a fair Iago or Cassio.
I don't like the sound of this.
Showmanship, John. The flourish. But we are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out.
And how does this involve me?
We're going to use your God-given talents to our advantage.
I'm really starting to regret
I'll drop
this.
you off at the outskirts of Ridgewood. That way, it won't look like we came together. Stay on the road! You're going to destroy the merchandise! Once I'm set up, saunter nonchalantly into the crowd that is sure to be forming. Get back on the road! We'll have nothing left by the time we get to Ridgewood! Eventually, I will call you up to try my tonic. After extolling the virtues, I will have you perform a few feats of wonder to amaze and impress the paying public.
Such as?
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary for a man in your line of work, I assure you.
So it is all a sham.
You hop out here, John. Follow me in on foot. See you shortly, and remember, showmanship.
What do you want to tell me that for?
Friends, hard-working souls of Cholla Springs, gather round, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic, or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article that cures headaches, neuralgia, earache, toothaches, backache, swelling, sprains, sore chests, swelling of the throats, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man.
But can you prove it, old man?
Oh, I'm sure there's some customer here who could prove the qualities of it by taking a drink right now. You, sir, come up here. Step right up. That's the spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention. This poor, wretched volunteer, entirely unknown to me, will demonstrate the effects of Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic. Be you a cowpoke or athlete, this miraculous elixir developed with the wisdom of the East keeps the muscles supple and relaxes the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of youth and vigor to the whole system. Not possible, I hear you say. Well, doubt no longer. Faith can move mountains, but I ask not for faith. I am a man of science, and today science will be vindicated. Your eyesight is greatly improved. Is that not so, friend?
If you say so.
That's right, it is. You heard him. What a good sport you are, sir. Now, gaze over yonder at that porch. If you squint, you may just be able to make out the skull that's hanging there. Go ahead, friend. Shoot that skull and demonstrate the miraculous eyesight you now possess. Shoot it now, my friend, while the elixir is at its strongest. Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle, granted by imbibing Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot. This man is a fraud. If your eye's so damn sharp, why don't you try shooting my hat out of the air?
My friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
You can fool these people, but you ain't fooling me. Right. Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
Get ready to shoot that hat.
You ready to get him back?
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold the power of the elixir, plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you? Well, it don't work like that around here. Come on! Are you a man or not?
A challenge of battle has been offered to our volunteer. Prepare for a display of Herculean brawn.
That tonic won't save you.
This is about to get ugly.
Perhaps he needs another dose.
Normally, I don't fight animals.
Take you like a girl.
There it is, skeptics and dissenters, irrefutable proof. Do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Look, he's over there. Go get him.
This ends now.
Watch out! He's got a gun!
Who the hell do you think you are? You ain't leaving here alive.
Marvelous shot, dear boy. The kind of deadly accuracy that can only be afforded by the West Dickens elixir. Come, I have plenty for all.
You'll be fine. Get out of my way.
Hey, where are you going?
I want a bottle. Get me a bottle, please. One of them right here.
No harm in trying one bottle, I suppose.
Well, I think that went kind of well, don't you?
I'm just glad that my normal job involves either chasing after cattle or murderers. Not the likes of you, mister.
Don't be like that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to say my goodbyes, head on back to the real world.
Wait, sir. I've been thinking about your predicament, and I think I may have an idea. I've been thinking I could be your cunning Odysseus. Beware of the Greeks bearing gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans.
I don't rightly get you.
I want you to go and see my old friend Seth. He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn. Come on, come on! Faster! Let's go!
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Right, now you got some rope on your belt, let's see if we can't wrangle some horses.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret that sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy the ride?
But I know we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
This isn't what I meant by horse breaking. There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland. Yeah!
There's the horses! Get that lasso ready!
Rope one of them for me, Marston.
Whoa!
Hang on to that rope, Marston. Don't let him buck
Try
you,
not
Mr.
to
Marston.
spook him too
Lean
much!
into it.
That's it!
Show me what you got,
Oh,
boy.
shit!
Keep at it, Mr.
Come on
Marston!
in, cowboy.
Easy!
Take it slow now.
That's it! Don't give up!
I got
let's
you
go.
now!
Let's see it,
Doing
we go.
good!
Whoa there!
You'll have this in no time!
Nearly there! You were wild.
Good work. I'm impressed, Marston. Let me take you from here. You get back on your own horse. Woo. I think that's enough activity for an old timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston! Let's rope another one!
Yeah!
Come on! Rope one of them! Whoa there! What are you waiting for? We haven't got all day!
Come on!
I'm coming! Don't lose him!
Yeah!
You must keep them close, Mr. Marston! That's it! Lead with them!
Calm it down! Relax now! Nearly there!
Come on, boys!
Relax! Come on, baby! Calm down! Hold on! There you go.
You're a regular Bronco buster, city boy! Nice work! I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Come on! I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor, but it's straight, and it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired, then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day, if you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
Gee up! Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. No rest for the wicked. Let's see if we can track down that other herd of horses.
You never did tell me why you were never married, aside from the snob. Robbery, that is. Come on, come on! In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
How'd you meet her?
She was an orphan, too. Fell in the same bunch of reprobates I did. She did what she had to do to survive, same as I did. can't wallow with the pigs without getting a little dirty. But she's a good woman, a strong woman. That gang was the closest thing to family she ever had.
Well, now she has her own family.
Not right now, she doesn't. Let's go! Whoa! Whoa there!
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are. Hey, the stallion's getting away! Chase him down and bring him back!
Fast! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! Calm it down. Almost got you. Come on, come on, come on. You're mine now. Hold on. I got you. Come on, baby. Calm down. Easy. Relax now. Nearly there. Calm down now. That's it. Whoa. Relax now. Nearly there. Come on!
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.